Well, g'day. Devotion for today is John chapter 2. Yesterday was John chapter 1. It was all about who Jesus is. And then out of that, John chapter 2 is all about what Jesus does. And here we have two basic stories. One is the wedding, where he turns the water into wine, and the other one is the temple, where he clears the courts. But first thing I just want to do is talk about signs. John doesn't call miracles miracles. He calls them signs. When you think about signs, you think about significance. He is trying to tell you something about who Jesus is when he talks about signs. And all the other Gospels have heaps more miracles. John just has seven in Jesus' lifetime, and then one after his life. So even the number has some significance there. Verse 11 says it well in chapter 2. It says, the first of the signs, talking about the wedding, the first of the signs through which he revealed his glory. See the significance there? First of the signs through which he revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him. There's the revealing of who Jesus is, his glory. There's the belief that comes with that. Something to keep in mind as we go through the whole chapter. Now, both of these stories here, they're both formal ceremonies in Jewish life. We have the weddings, we have the temples. Both these places involve consumables. The wedding, you have the wine. The temple, you have the sacrifices, okay? And both these stories involve the exercise of justice and mercy. So the wedding, here we have a ceremony that goes on for days, and the embarrassment of the host to run out of wine in this big long ceremony is terrible. But Jesus comes along out of justice and out of mercy. Freely he provides the consumable, the wine that's needed for it. It's a bit of a future foretaste of the kingdom, of the wedding feast that's to come. All are welcome, and God's mercy is freely available to all. Then we go to the temple, and again there's consumables needed for the sacrifices. And in the temple courts, and this is a place where everyone is meant to be welcome. Foreigners, women, everyone's welcome to come there and pray and seek God. Right here in the courts, people are needing these consumables. They're changing money, they're making money, they're selling. And again, it's an issue of justice for Jesus. And he clears the courts and he gets rid of these people and says, this isn't on, people need to be able to come and meet with God. So again, it's a future taste of this place of worship where everyone is welcome to come and seek the mercy and seek the justice of God. Good stuff, isn't it? And then right at the end, Jesus says these words, destroy this temple, I'll build it again in 3 days. And they're kind of going, what are you talking about? It took 46 years to build, and you're going to knock it down, build it up in 3 days. And then it says, they realized that he was talking about his body. Verse 22 says, after he was raised from the dead, his disciples recalled what he said. Then they believed. Verse 11, believed. Verse 22, believed. They believed the scripture and the words that Jesus had spoken. You're getting the picture? John wants you to believe. He wants you to see who Jesus is. He wants you to see what Jesus does, and he wants you to believe. And it's not just this static belief of Jesus existed or whatever. It's a real dynamic belief. Here is Jesus exercising in practical ways God's justice, God's mercy, and he wants you to believe in him, believe in that, live in that reality. Isn't it exciting as we're starting to get into John of here is Jesus who is our life, who is the Word, who is everything to us. Keep enjoying.